It's postseason time! We're here, baby! We made it. Today was interesting, to say the least, with the doubleheader that was going on where the games got delayed. You had a doubleheader between the Mets and the Braves. Whoever wins that first game is going to the playoffs. And if that same team wins the second game, they eliminate the other person. But if that other team doesn't, then that team also goes to the playoffs. And that's what happened. And it just left Arizona sitting at home, twiddling their thumbs, wishing that they had another crack at another game. Mm-hmm. Do you think MLB handled it right?
I don't know how much they foresee how these things are going to pan out. I think what they did get right is making sure that it comes down to 162. But it did leave that last game kind of meaningless to those two teams.
Yes.
But it meant the world to one other.
It meant everything to Arizona, and they're just sitting there watching the Mets just swing through pitches and be like, we got to get done here. Move it along. We got to get on a plane. We're done here. Where the Braves are like, oh, they're just swinging at bad counts? Cool. We'll just keep giving them junk because they just want to get out of here. Yeah,
so I'm not sure what they're going to do to combat that. So one of those things, addition by subtraction, figuring out like what they need to do to push pull back. Because I do like the way the wild card game has worked out so far.
Yeah,
making the final games a lot more exciting, keeping way more teams involved. But that. Having that game be completely uncompetitive, it wasn't cool.
No, because that first game was incredible. It was one of the best regular season games I'd ever watched, knowing how much was on the line for both teams. Mm-hmm. 161 truly meaning something, and then 162 meaning nothing right after, and the bottom falling out after riding so high from that first game really was a bummer. And what sucks is, it punishes the Diamondbacks for having a roof.
Ooh, that's a bummer.
They battled the elements by saying, we're putting a cap on this place so we can always play. And they have control of 81 games where they can control the elements. And Atlanta doesn't have that. And it pushed through, and both of those teams made the playoffs.
It's really interesting.
I don't like it.
It's something to think about because there's been some conversations within Cincinnati about potential changes to some stadiums here. So I didn't really even think about that.
Think about this too. Arizona would have beaten both of those teams. I have zero doubt in my mind.
Right now, you think so?
Oh, yeah. I think that the Mets really did the Braves a solid by fully rolling over.
Oh, definitely.
A huge solid. Mm-hmm. Where, dude, I get it. I'm not a pro athlete. I'm not top form professional athlete. I get it.
Speak for yourself.
I get it. But these are your hated rivals. To roll it over and be like, well, we just made it and whatever. Wouldn't it just been nice to turn the dagger a little bit in their side and been like, not only did we beat you once today, we beat you twice today, and you're not going to the playoffs.
We eliminated you. How does that feel?
Dude.
How awesome would that have been for 2025 to start off the year? Oh, that would have been so much bile and poison.
Oh, it would have been way better.
Yeah.
That's a great storyline. Instead, we're trying to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, take a knee, run out the clock.
Yep, take out whatever.
I mean, you can't really blame him so much, but at the same time, it's just it'll be a situation where the organization is going to have to, MLB is going to have to step in and try to finagle some things.
Yeah, one of the things that was interesting was that there were some rumors floating around that say the Mets won, then they would have forfeited. There's some arcane rule. Section 7B-C1 or whatever, where they could have found a way to forfeit the game and be like, we don't want to play. We don't want to play. And then the Mets would have won, and they wouldn't even have to play it. But they did instead, and it's still like, bro, this could have made for even more captivating television. Made it for this could have really highlighted the sport. And instead, you had negative articles floating around like how MLB screwed it up again.
Yeah, there was 3 teams today that had an opportunity to make it to the postseason in the way they had so much, fun, climactic back and forth with one game, and then the others completely couldn't be further away from it. So what could have been a great entertainment day for baseball and to generate more interest, I think they need to look back at this and figure out how to improve.
Yeah, I don't know if Rosenthal said this in the article. I just skimmed it, but the idea of a neutral site. Why couldn't you have had a round robin? Why couldn't you have had, if you're going to play 2 games, you have the Mets and you have the Braves play 1 game. Okay? Mm-hmm. I get it. Have them play, and then the loser has to go play the Diamondbacks at that same stadium. Winner of that gets the other spot.
Ooh, I like that.
That would have been way more bad. That would have been way better.
Yeah.
Instead, we just get a lame duck way to end after such an incredible baseball game.
Yeah, I think that'd be another thing. The round robin stuff. Oh my goodness, that just made like I just remember being like a kid playing round robin tournaments. That is filled with anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can get screwed a little bit.
Yeah.
But it does, for the sake of this situation at the end of the year, that would increase the entertainment value.
Yeah, would have throw 162 out of the books. Get it out. It didn't matter anyway. And the people playing the game, son of a bitch. The people on the field and the people in the dugouts, they didn't give a fuck about 162. Mm-hmm. So, why not make it interesting? It just sucks. I think they really missed an opportunity there. And it's not like they didn't know it was going to come down to this. They could have planned this the whole fucking time. They had all week. Mm-hmm. Stupid.
Well, hopefully they'll be able to come to some sort of agreement here and figure out a way to make sure that 162 means just as much as 161.
Yeah, dude, and I understand as well that this is a very unique situation. Mm. But you want 162, you want 163, and with the way that the postseason's set up now, and especially with what happened today, you're not getting that, and then it just continues to devalue the regular season.
True.
Ugh, dumb. So dumb.